Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm coming to y'all with yet another video about printing your Dragon Ball Z proxies. I really should just make this into a playlist at this point, and you know what? I just might. This is going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be about how to print proxies that are templated for MakePlayingCards or Printer Studio or any of those websites, because they all use the same template. Taking cards that are designed to be printed through them and templated for printing through them, and printing them through MythicBlackCore instead, because maybe you prefer MythicBlackCore, or maybe you just don't have enough cards to meet the minimum card number to order through those websites. Whatever the situation may be, you want to order through MythicBlackCore instead of MakePlayingCards. How do you use the existing images of cards that are designed for that website through MythicBlackCore instead? Well, it's really, really simple, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. First, we're having a look here. This is the DeviantArt page that I run, where I am hosting images of all sorts of stuff for the Dragon Ball Z card games, or Dragon Ball card games in general. If you are a proxy maker of any kind and you want to have your stuff shown here so that way more people can find it, just comment down below, hit me up. We'll definitely work something out. And it's literally just a matter of, hey, do you want me to host your stuff? And if you say yes, send me the images and I'll host them. The idea is to make sure that these games stay alive and are accessible to everyone. So, I host a bunch of images here. You can see some custom playmats that I've done with the score attack table, specifically from the Fusion Saga. Under the featured section, we have the card backs for the various games, plus a few fan-made card backs, if you want to know that you do indeed have a proxy. And then the miscellaneous proxies that I have listed by makers. So, some makers, such as the Chrome Weasel here, or Derek Claren over at Z League, who is a member that is running the new Z fan continuation of DBZ, they like to use the MakePlayingCards template, because that's, I guess, who they print their stuff through. So how do you take this awesome work and utilize it with the website that I recommend? It's honestly really, really simple. So over here at MythicBlackCore, and I'm going to show you what happens first, because we have different options for your border. If you try to use the standard black border custom, and I'll show you how that looks with the card templated for the website. So I'll go in here to Strix work real quick, and we'll select PyCon's Leg Catch. Now this is already templated for printing through this website. So when we choose the black border custom option, give it just a second, you can see this looks really, really good, and it's pretty much perfect, and it's ready to go. However, if we go back and select something from, let's say, the Chrome Weasel, like this Trunks' Sword Slice, and we try to use the same black border custom option, you can see the border's huge. It would technically work, but your text would be much smaller than it needs to be. It's not ideal. It's literally as simple as clicking here and selecting full bleed 69 by 94, and then re-hitting the upload button. And so this method is pretty much meant for printing cards that don't have a border, but you can see when you have those huge borders, it works perfectly for getting your MakePlayingCards templated cards ready for printing through this website. And I'll show you several more just so you guys can see that this does indeed work across the board. So here is a black body destruction. Wait for it to load, wait for it to load. There you go. You can see, ready to go, looking good. And I'll jump over to some of Derek's work and show you the same thing. Because, again, they're using the exact same proxy, so it doesn't matter which one you use. I'll choose a black body destruction here as well. Look at that. Ready to go, no modifications needed. It is just perfect. And again, this works for everything that, or for every card designed for this template without exception. It's just perfect. So I'll select this one here, Cell's Final Battle, which is a battleground or location type card. And you can see, yeah, works perfectly fine for these as well. And a fun fact for you, if you design your own custom border, so I'll go back in here and I'll select Pokemon, for example. I've designed a custom border for Pokemon where it has a big yellow border. And so if we select something like this Lugia and upload, We can even use this for printing out proxies of Pokemon cards, which is great for anyone who plays the classic, like, retro Pokemon card games, where you play basically formats designed to play the older cards, and you want, you need access to these for a deck, but they're extremely expensive and you can't afford to buy them. No big deal. You can use it for that. You can use this exact same method for those games too, and it works perfectly. So, yeah, really, really simple process, guys. It really is just that straightforward, that user-friendly, that simple. You don't have to know anything about how to work the websites or how to reframe any of the images. It just works out perfectly as it is, no need to be modified. And while I'm here, I'll go ahead and also show you guys what this is intended for. So, when this full bleed option is meant for full art cards that don't have a border. Oops. That don't have a border. And so something like this Krillin's Quick Kicks by Strick9 here, you can see it's meant for stuff like that. But it works incredibly well for those very thick black bordered proxy designs meant for being printed through different websites as well. It really is just kind of the perfect fit, a match made in heaven. Good stuff all around. So, for anyone who wants to print those proxies, you know how easy this is now. You don't have to do anything to them. They're ready to go, and I think they look fantastic through this method. Really simple and a great way to ensure compatibility across multiple websites. If you're designing your own custom proxies and wondering which border to put them in, go ahead and put them in the MakePlayingCards format, because we can use them here or at MakePlayingCards, all alike. It's just giving people more options. So, yeah, that's it for the tutorial. It's really simple stuff. And again, if you design proxies of your own and you want me to, host your stuff on here so that way more people can find it, just hit me up. I'm happy to do so. Let me know who to how to credit you and who to credit, and I'd be happy to get them posted, because you see we have a lot of quality work here. Many of these, which are not tournament or not organized event legal because they're using different artworks, but are fun for casual play, like these Broly's here. And then some that are, like this Goku the All-Powerful, because it's using the same art as the original printing. And you can see sometimes we have a little bit of both. Here's a tournament legal black body destruction, here's a non-tournament legal black body destruction. Same thing for Namekian Dash. Same thing for Trunks' swordplate drill. Same thing for Double Saiyans. Derek's work over at the NZ team, fantastic stuff. Mike's Proxies, aka formerly known as Professional Proxies, he no longer makes work, or no longer makes proxies, but I hit him up and he went through all of his old messages and emails just to find me the images to host here. And then here's some from some miscellaneous makers. I made a couple of these, like this Android 18 Stare Down, and a few others, like this Vegeta's Quickness Drill, but others are made by various people from across the internet who didn't have a name that I knew to cite. And some who just didn't make enough for me to cite into a whole new folder, so they get kind of collectively included here, as you can see. And then here is a project I've been working on very slowly, which is the Scan Recreation project. Basically, I'm hoping to take every single score Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT card and get them to where they're a printable image for use of playing and printing for proxies. And the way I do this is I get the innermost frame and I cut it out and I put it into a new black border, and I ensure that it still has its eclipse symbol in the place it's supposed to have it, and make sure all the text is legible so that way you can easily read it whenever you print it out. And a lot of these turn out really, really well. So here's a Devastation Drill, for example, and I'll show you how well these turn out. And this isn't me trying to brag about the work or anything, it's just I'm very happy and very proud to be able to contribute to something like this to help people keep this game alive. So, don't know what's going on there. Guess my computer is being a little slow. But let's go ahead and go find that Devastation Drill and upload with the black border custom option, since that's what it's templated for. And look at that. Crisp, clear, nice black frame, ready to go, ready to print, and ready for play. So, yeah, if you want to provide scans for us to use or whole custom images, comment down below, and we'll discuss it. I'd be happy to work with you. And hopefully this video was helpful and informative to anyone wanting to know how to use these images across various websites. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.